Ladies and gentlemen, the Greater Metro Junior Hockey League proudly presents to you the Knights of Meaford and the Bradford Rattlers. Bradford Rattlers coming off a shutout win a few nights ago. The Knights of Meaford rather coming off a dominant victory of themselves. Starting goaltenders for tonight's contest for the Bradford Rattlers, a native of Budapest, Hungary, Oliver Balash. And for the Knights of Meaford in goal, it's number 51, Corey Richardson, the former West Nipissing Link native of Chilliwack, British Columbia. As that puck got sent down the length of the ice on the wrong side of center, and so icing is called on the Bradford Rattlers just 11 seconds into this contest. Bradford Rattlers starting with their Sven Musi lineup. Adam Witkowski and William Daniel Burns are his wingmen. Pavel Rochkov and Sergei Sherbakov. Defense pairing here, the first line unit for the Bradford Rattlers here tonight. Face-off won by the Knights of Meaford. That one fluttered over the netminder Balazs, and it goes into the corner where Rochkov is in a battle. Burns in there to help. Wado offering some support for the Knights, and it's a backhander by Rochkov. Got to Sherbakov, a mid-pass over for Sven Musi. It goes all the way down the length of the ice, and another icing called early here on the Bradford Rattlers tonight. When the team ices the puck, they are unable to make a line change, but the team that didn't ice it will have an offensive zone face-off and a line change if they please. Another face-off win by the Knights. That one fluttered into the high slot. A backhander just went astray. Sherbakov picking it up for the Rattlers. Another pass went through to Sven Musi. Icing will be waved off this time. Getz has it and he'll leave it. Adam Yasarek takes it for the Knights of Meaford. A stretch pass will be tipped in by Wado, but not far enough for Filipov's interception. He'll leave it over for Jesper Eriksson. Eriksson will flip it in. Giving chase now is Jakob Rodin. Rodin a turnaround pass looking for his man Burns. Eriksson has it in the slot, but he punched it back to the corner where Rodin's possession. Spin off a check is Rodin. It got loose to Sapino, but it gets just out of the zone. A nice second effort made by Darcy Lowe, number 8 in white here tonight for the Knights of Meaford. Snap back in, and Filipov, the defenseman, engaging offensively. He'll pinch his way into the corner. Getz still has it for the Knights. He's brought back down, but possession still to the Knights of Meaford. Puck dumped in by Darcy Lowe, but it went astray at the blue line and back to the possession of the Bradford Rattlers. It's Jesper Eriksson. A curl and drag move before his shot was blocked in front by Bastian Lagasse. Puck touched up with a high stick. Referee will wave it off, so Blaise Siebert will put it into the Rattlers end where Balazs can touch it over for Suda. A wraparound pass for Alfred Malm. Tried to connect it there, but he was unable to get it. Michael Simona backing on after it for Legacy. Unable to clear the zone. Trofimov intercepts. He'll punch it away on his forehand. Put it over on the backhand side as Levitsky just overskated the puck. And possession now for Piper Post of the Knights. Try to get it by Baxter. Couldn't do so. Love Alley will slap it back in for the Knights. Steven Levitsky, a centering pass for his countryman Trofimov. Georgi Trofimov gains through to the zone. He stops up over to Levitsky, coming on the forehand! And it's loose behind Richardson, and the referee will wave it off as he has located it into the glove of Corey Richardson. Corey Richardson, the netminder for the Knights of Meaford, has had a pretty good track record against the Bradford Rattlers. He was the main reason why the first round series went the distance between the Lynx and the Rattlers a few years ago. Castellano able to win the face-off for the Rattlers. It's punched back in for Thor Brighton, so Lucas Waugh can skate on after it. Sapino brought it back in. Wado, a centering pass right back for Sapino, but he fanned on the shot. Alessandro Sapino, the captain of the Knights of Meaford, to the blue line now, held in by Henrippen. A quick flutter shot over the goal of the netminder Balazs. It goes to the opposite corner, right back to possession of Alessandro Sapino. Back to Luciano Sapino. Into the corner now. Coming to help is Tanner Wado. He got out to the blue line. Unable to get a shot through, and that one raising off the glass from the shot by Ethan Biggs. Back into the corner now. Sapino over to Waito. Sharp bid shot handled by Balaj and then skated out by Chris Castoreno. Nice toe drag move and he cuts right into the forehand. His shot stopped by Richardson. A centering feed off the side of the cage and back to Brighton. Thor Brighton to the blue line to Ryan St. John. His shot was blocked in front and the puck comes out of the zone where Roscoff makes an alert play to just send it back into the Knights of Meaford end. Takes a pass to out the handle. Musi intercepts right back into the slot area where Adam Witkowski's shot was knifed away by Declan Flanagan. The puck carrier now, you see him 17 in white. Gain his way. He'll tee one up and just shoot it wide. Puck stays inside the Rattlers' end, and they're able to make a breakout here as Roscoff. Pass was shielded down. A nice deflected made by Blaise Siebert, who heads off on a line change for the Knights. Stretch pass to Witkowski. He's able to leave it for Roscoff. Centering feed to Musi. A backhand dish over into the line. It's Witkowski. Witkowski going wide into the corner. He stopped on a dime before he's met by Jurasic. Musi's pass was knifed away by Getz. Getz a centering feed for Lavallee. Puck comes out of the zone before Roscoff can fire it back in. Rattlers get a line change going on to Fly. Pick up there by Lavallee. He tried to spin away around St. John, unable to do so. Skripnik will send it to William Daniel Burns. A tap pass for Daniela Filipolov. He'll play it over for Eriksson. A nice toe drag move on the forehand, and he just scorched it wide. Rodin slaps it back to the opposite corner, picked up by Flanagan. Saucer pass, good connection there to Lavallee before Sherbakov made a good defensive play to read it. Eriksson through center, picked off, and nearly being sprung on a breakaway was Luciano Sapino. Back and come the Rattlers, it's Rodin. Had it on his backhand and then lost it. Lavallee able to get that puck out of the zone. Good turnaround bid there by Sherbakov, playing it off the boards to Rodin, and he fires it back in. Calvert gets in on the boards after it. Filipov unable to get it back down low. The Knights of Meaford break out. It's Tanner Waito, a centering pass. Sapino back to Waito, and he just fired it wide, and Balaj gets ran into by Skripnik coming back. Both players getting up under their own power. That is good to see, as that was a pretty heavy collision between Skripnik and Balaj. And they're going to tell Skripnik to stay on. Oliver Balaj just getting his goalie mask on, and he seems to be good to go here with 14:29 to go in this first period. Face-off win, Eriksson won it, but quick to possession were the Knights. Rattlers do get it out of the zone. Michael Simola got it through. A wraparound bid on the far side made by Filipov. Puck regathered there by Sherbakov. He's hounded by Piper Post. Or pardon me, that is Tanner Waito. Rodin stretch pass. Little too out the handle for Filipov. The pass was too far behind him. Michael Simona pinned up against the boards there by Trofimov to the blue line at Sherbakov. He'll let one go and it's blocked in front. Oliver and Malm back into the corner. Trofimov, a good turnaround move before he's brought back down. Trofimov, 16 in green, trying to play it to Oliver and Malm, couldn't do so. Look at the edge work there by Trofimov. He got it to the blue line to the captain McCarthy, but his shot was blocked. Julian McCarthy picking up that puck. He's on the blue line here with Daniel Suda. The captain able to get his way around Sapino. Got it over to a centering feed for Malm before it's broken up by Biggs. Back to Crochier. Crochier lost it to McCarthy, but Malm regathers. Aerial puck at center, knocked back down. Rattlers possession at center. Daniel Suda tried to do one too many moves before Crochier lost an edge. Steven Levitsky. Good strength skating there by Steven Levitsky. He got his way into the corner. Levitsky dodges the check there and brings it to the blue line before Castorino was able to get there first, and now Levitsky breaks it back in for the Rattlers. He tried to make one too many moves there as he's met into the corner there by Biggs. Lavallee sends an aerial one at the blue line. Brought back down, and now Piper Post in for the Knights. He'll let one go, handled by Balaj. 12 minutes and 32 seconds time left remaining in this first period of play. Still a scoreless tie at 0 between the Knights and the Bradford Rattlers. Sven Musi taking the draw for the Rattlers. Piper post for the Knights. Burns and Lindblom having been a discussion off the face-off. That aerial puck does come out of the zone. William Daniel Burns after against LaValle. It's picked up by Adam Witkowski. He'll just give it back into the corner where Burns can meet it first. As LaValle all over him, a good hip check there, but Musie's in the corner with the puck before it's stripped off by Post, and then he is stripped by Burns. And Burns had his pocket picked by LaValle, and he gets it in. Handled away with the blocker into the corner by Balaj. Pavel Rodskov tying up his stick there by LaValle, and he's able to get possession of that puck. Adam Witkowski, that puck's got to be a little harder out of the zone. Knights able to pin the puck into the Rattlers' end as Rodskov skates back behind his netminder. Breakout pass. That one was a soft one, never got out of the zone. That shot off the side of the cage by LaValle. That's 95 in white. Puck picked up and not out of the zone again. A keep in there by the Knights as Lowe got it back into the corner. A juggling loose puck there as Oliver Balaj is able to finally pounce on that loose puck. Yeah, it's 3 times in one shift. The Bradford Rattlers had good chances to clear that puck out of the zone. Maybe try to be a little too fancy on the play with the Rattlers on that shift, and they just weren't able to get that puck out of the zone, and finally whistled to get a line change on here. 11 minutes and 35 seconds to go remaining in this period as you see Legacy get it from over the blue line, Filipov after it. Flares it back, and so Legacy's at it at the blue line. 88 in white, his shot blocked by Rodin, and it comes out of the zone. Rodin able to pick it off again. He sprung Eriksson. Eriksson got in through, and it was handled there by Richardson. Ryan St. John, a backhand to Skripnik. Skripnik lost the handle. He's brought down, so play will continue. Salter skated in with his head down. Filipov nearly lined him up. Tanner Skripnik off the pass from St. John. A pass to the neutral zone was broken up by Eriksson. A little miscommunication there as Luciano Cepino brings it in. A pass over to Tanner Wado. He brings it on the backhand as the net has come way off its net. And finally a whistle. Stoppage coming with 10 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the first period. Again, still a scoreless tie at 0. Wado and Eriksson into the face-off dot for the respective teams. Offensive zone face-off for the Knights of Meaford, but it's a defensive zone face-off win for the Bradford Rattlers as Skripnik pulls over his man Biggs. Pass through center, it's Cepino. Bringing it in now is Tanner Wado. His shot got the glass, but it picked off the carom before Trofimov can angle it across to Skripnik. Skripnik a centering feed, intercepted there by Cepino. It's the captain, Alessandro Cepino. Try to work it back into the slot area before it's shielded away by Suda. Skripnik 27 in green. Another stretch pass made by Skripnik that goes astray. Trofimov back in. He's the lone Rattler, and a smart play by him to just come out of the zone and regroup, and he sprung Alfred Malm. Malm will leave it to Levitsky. A drop pass. Trofimov, his shot stopped by Richardson. He's good. Legacy from the face-off win. He punched it into the corner, and he's trying to clear the puck. Alfred Malm in the slot area, patted away by Richardson into the corner. Daniel Suda from the Knights of Meaford blue line will flip it in. Alfred Malm after it. Turnaround pass made by Salmona to the blue line. Suda deflected by Malm, and it's stopped by Richardson. Sherbakov, backhand dish was picked off. Here comes Tiro Lindblom, a centering pass. Nice read there by Suda. Piper post back down low. Suda trying to shield that away from LaValle. LaValle's now without a stick. Over and Malm picks it up for the Rattlers. Steven Levitsky, 14 in green. That's a nice move to get into the zone. Maybe one too many moves as Salmona was able to read that play. As getting back in is Castorino. He had it on the backhand dish and he's lost it. LaValle over to Salmona. His pass never got out of the zone for the Rattlers. Skate that puck out of danger there. Castorino back in for the Rattlers, 15 in green. Still has it. He'll get it to the blue line to the captain McCarthy, who punches it back down low. Legacy in on after it for the Knights of Meaford. He's pinned up there. Lucas Waugh coming in to help. He has the puck now to centering feed to Thorbrighton, who scores! First home goal for Thorbrighton as a member of the Bradford Rattlers. He picks up his second goal of the year, and the Bradford Rattlers strike first. They lead 1-0 over the Knights of Meaford with 8 minutes and 21 seconds to go in this first period. Puck sent back on the opposite side of center, however, icing will be waved off. Roscoff, a centering feed looking for Burns, was intercepted. Luciano Cepino, a pass to center, will be picked off by Adam Witkowski. He'll hit center and hit the blue line, dump in and give chase. He's way deep into the zone as he got it over to Burns. Burns another centering feed, looking for Witkowski, couldn't connect. Luciano Cepino. Puck fluttered off the half boards. It comes now over to Pavel Rodskov, who can make a chip pass to Burns, but they're going to say the Rattlers touched it offside. I don't know if we can agree with that call up here. But we never win an argument with the official. That will never happen, so we're just going to leave it at that. 7:35 time remaining in the first period. Again, 1-0 for the Bradford Rattlers off the goal from Thorbrighton, the Newmarket, Ontario native. Daniel Suda from his own end to his defense partner, Ryan St. John. Centering feed looking for Skripnik. It was brought back down by Biggs. Skripnik, a nice chip pass into the corner looking for Rodine. Picked up now by Declan Flanagan, number 17 in white for the Knights. That one fired back in by Suda, handled off the blocker by Richardson. Jonathan Henrippen, unable to get that puck out of the zone, so Ethan Biggs will try it again. Back over to Henrippen. He gets sent down by Skripnik, his second big hit of this period here. Balaj out of his cage to play it. Suda got it over to Rodine. Rodine back up on his feet. He has the puck now. He'll gain his way into the blue line. It's picked off there at center. Or at the blue line, rather. Skripnik leaned into one, and it's gloved out of the air by the netminder Richardson. And an injury back behind the play for the Knights of Meaford. Declan Flanagan slow to get up onto his feet. Alfred Mom leans into the face-off for the Bradford Rattlers, but they're going to say the puck was draw unfairly. Mom will be waved out, so Trofimov will lean in for the Rattlers. Unable to pull it back. Darcy Lowe tried to punch it over for Salter, but it was broken up. Here comes Steven Levitsky. He has Trofimov with him. Chip pass to Trofimov. Back to Levitsky. He scores! Steven Levitsky picks up his 40th goal of the season, and the Bradford Rattlers lead 2-0 over the Knights of Meaford with 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Steven Levitsky, 40 goal man this year for the Bradford Rattlers. He is the first player to hit that mark this season for the Bradford Rattlers as Lucas Waugh gives it over to the blue line. It's Filipov. His shot deflected in front by Castorino, and it just went on wide. Yaseric had it picked off. Waugh rather got it back. Big rebound and no one want to stop, but it wound up in. Chris Castrignono picks up his first goal as a Bradford Rattler, and it is 3-0 for the boys in green. Seems like all the Bradford Rattlers needed here tonight was just getting that first goal. They get the first one and then quickly 2 unanswered goals to follow. And it is now a 3-0 lead for the Bradford Rattlers here in this first period with 5:45 to go. Makowski going down, so Sven Musi picks. That one shielded away by Richardson, and so it's up and out of play. Bradford Rattlers get ready for an offensive zone faceoff. Piper Post will hope to win the faceoff for his team in white. Unable to do so, a clean win by Sven Musi. The captain, Julian McCarthy, back down low for Burns. Adam Makowski sprinting towards the corner, and so is Filipov. Filipov, good active stick on his man Biggs. Turnaround bid, Lavallee, a stretch feed. He tried to knock it down, but a chance now for Lindblom. Theodor Lindblom going around the netminder on the wraparound bid. Balaj was there to read him. William Daniel Burns is the lone Rattler, goes between his legs. A centering feed into the slot area will be shielded away. Picked off by Lavallee, and now Theodor Lindblom. Lindblom, a good turnaround pass for Piper Post. He has it, but it was shielded down by St. John. Bank pass didn't work out for his favor. St. John will try again. A turnaround bid looking for Suda. Suda skates up to it, so he turns around and lays it back over for Ryan St. John. Centering pass picked off by Burns, but is unable to shield it away as Adam Yaseric has it, 66 in white. Darcy Lowe, the Georgetown native, brings the puck into the zone for the Knights. Picked off by Erickson into the corner now. Jesper Erickson looking to get a shot away, but he'll try a wraparound bid. A centering feed was knocked down by the goal stick of Richardson. Daniel stood out to the blue line. His shot glove down. The puck is still loose before Richardson finally able to get a glove on that loose puck. Halting play with 4 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the second period. But you can see why the Knights of Meaford went out to acquire the netminder Corey Richardson. He is phenomenal. Blaze Siebert won the face-off for his team, the Knights of Meaford, but the puck possession to the Rattlers. Goes to the corner where Yaseric tries to knife it down, but Rodskov a good keep in. Pavel Rodskov will get it towards goal. It's blocked by Lagasse in front. Salmona in a stick battle there with Rodin. Rodin picks his pocket, so he turns around away from the other 91. Blaze Siebert. Shot on goal by Rodskov, went astray. Get knifed down by Yaseric. Pardon me, that's Bastian Lagasse. Salmona unable to get that puck out of the zone for the Knights of Meaford. Salter will try it now, 16 in white. Malash gets that puck out of danger. Backhander, they score! Cooper Salter floats a backhander over the glove of Oliver Balaj. And the Knights of Meaford have struck here tonight. It is the 3-1 lead for the Bradford Rattlers. Let's see how the Bradford Rattlers can answer here after surrendering a goal here in the first period. 3-goal lead has turned into a 2-goal lead for the boys here in green. Georgi Trofimov will hope to change that. Puck carrier now, he has Waito all over him, and now Declan Flanagan is all over him. Over and Malm in the slot area, shot was knifed down by Richardson. Netminder Corey Richardson, very good at taking away the lower part of the net. Reminds me of Jonathan Quick in his prime in the cup-winning Kings runs. So acrobatic and just so good at covering the lower part of the net. I see a lot of similarities in Quick than I do in Richardson. Face-off win for the Knights of Meaford, Oliver and Malm. After just trying to keep that puck in the zone, but he has to elect to skate it out. Salmona. Wraparound bid, Flanagan and aerial punch out to center. Knife down by Tyler Baxter, a pin off the boards, and Trofimov intercepts. Yes, and now a good pick-off there by the captain, Alessandro Sapino. Captain Julian McCarthy over to Tyler Baxter. Takes a look to make a play. The captain now through center, a chip in by Levitsky. Skidding after now with Salmona. He had his pocket read there by Levitsky. Levitsky unable to get that puck further into the corner, and a breakout pass will be failed by the Knights of Meaford as Suda's able to pick it off and calling for it is Levitsky, and he finds him here. Steven Levitsky skating backwards with it, looking for Trofimov before it's finally picked off by Tanner Waito. Waito, a stutter step move for LaValle before it's slapped back to the possession of the Knights of Meaford, and they have a 2-on-1. LaValle shoots, and he just sprung it wide. Levitsky able to get it to Oliver and Malm. He'll just dump in, and the forward unit for the Rattlers will head off on a line change. Ethan Biggs through center. Hits the red line and dumps in. Handled on goal by Balaj, and he had to jump out quickly. Face-off won by the Knights of Meaford, but it split the two defensemen, Flanagan and Biggs. Flanagan returns it from his defense partner. Pass through center looking for Post. Going down with St. John, but Post still with possession, and so he shields it on back to Flanagan. Place the bank pass to LaValle. A backhand dish got to the play of Ryan St. John. Pavel Rodskov, Thor Brighton had it. He has a goal here tonight for the Bradford Rattlers. Biggs at center, picked off by Rodskov. Castorino able to wheel it across to Rodskov. Rodskov, his dumping attempt didn't go as far as he wanted. He's able to make a good defensive read and stand up at center and bring the puck in onside. Castorino, he made a good move there with Thor Brighton heading to the slot. Castorino shielding the puck. He goes into the corner, takes a look, loves to handle that puck as he still has it. 15 and green over to Rodskov at the blue line, deflected on goal and handled into the breadbasket of the netminder Corey Richardson with 32 seconds to go in the first. Eriksson was pinned up by Yasarek. Sherbakov, blue line pass over for Julian McCarthy. The captain will make a chip pass to Rodin. Took a return pass from Rodin as McCarthy walks the line. Trying to get away from Post. He got it towards the goal, but it was blocked in front into the corner. Pick off there, a nice one by Sherbakov. He got it back over for Rodin. A centering feed just chipped off the stick of Eriksson into the corner as time will expire in this first period. After 20, the Rattlers 3, the Knights of Meaford 1. We'll be back for the second period after this intermission. set to get underway with the second period here from the BWG here in Bradford. The Knights of Meaford and the Bradford Rattlers. Rattlers scoring 3 times in the first period. Knights of Meaford scoring the 1 goal to close out that first period. Castrignano will line up for the face-off for the Bradford Rattlers, and accompanying him at center will be Tanner Wado, the native of Ottawa, Ontario. Discussion between referees and the coaching staff of the Bradford Rattlers, and it appears everything set to go. Puck is dropped and period 2 is underway from the Bradford West Goldenberry Arena. Solmona led it up the gut for Sapino. Picked off by Filipov, and now a stretch pass for Thor Brighton. Shipped out of the zone, or pardon me, it was kept in. Good keep in by Cristiano. Bang pass off the boards, went right into the glove of the netminder Richardson, and a face-off with 20 seconds shaved off of the second period. Head coach David Mooney will leave out this third line for the Bradford Rattlers here tonight. Daniel Suda and Daniela Filipov, the defenseman, out here tonight. Lagasse, the puck handler. He made a strip pass for Lavallee, and Sapino unable to touch up that one. Filipov, a backhander, looking for Lucas Waugh. He connected him. Aerial lift to center, brought back down by Luciano Sapino. 98 in white, made a feed to Yaseric. The captain, Alessandro Sapino, able to backhand that one into the Rattlers' end on a dumping. Daniel Suda got it over to Lucas Waugh. Picked off there by the Knights of Meaford. Filipov in there to offer some support. Chip pass picked off and then picked off again by Sapino. Turnaround pass to Wado. Centering feed looking for Luciano Sapino. Just unable to connect in from there. Castrignano got away around his man Getz, and he got it towards the goal before Richardson can swap it aside and cover up with a face-off coming to the left of him. Offensive zone draw for the Bradford Rattlers. It's Jesper Eriksson lining up to take it. Luciano Sapino, the Etobicoke native, will win it for the Knights of Meaford. Puck went up into the corner. Battling away in there is Getz. Comes to the near wing where Darcy Lowe was after it, but Rodin punches it back in. Getz try to clear it off the boards, and it does get out. Cooper Salter, the lone goal scorer here for the Knights of Meaford, the puck handler now. Shadowed there by Rodskov, cross-checks him into the corner. He goes down. Knights of Meaford looking for a call, but none coming. Tanner Skripnik met with a hit by Blaze Siebert. Jakob Rodin sets a pick and gets the puck over to Eriksson. Eriksson back down low behind the cage to Rodin. A wraparound bid, and Richardson said no. Ryan St. John from the blue line. He got it to the near wing where Skripnik has it. Re-engages into the high slot. Down low to Rodskov. He'll walk in on a sharp angle bid handled by Richardson. Faceoff coming with 17:56 time remaining in the second period. Both teams will be getting some line changes on here, 5 aside. The captain, Julian McCarthy, to step in and take the face-off for the Rattlers. Ties his man up, but possession to the Knights. Shield effort there made by Burns. Allowed Witkowski to come in and snake that puck away before it's knifed away by Tyr Lindblom. Lindblom over to Lavallee. He'll get it on goal to Balazs, and he will handle and elect for a whistle. Julian McCarthy took that last face-off. He's normally a defenseman, but in the past few seasons he has kind of like a Brent Burns. He can play forward, he can play defense. McCarthy has done both this season. The defenseman took another face-off. Jack of all trades, Julian McCarthy, as gets. That's why he's the captain. Adam Witkowski made a nice reverse hit on Lavallee. Those two go after the puck again before Baxter could shield it from the blue line. A chip pass by McCarthy just went astray. McCarthy setting his man into the boards. Puck comes out of the zone where Sherbakov can get it over to Wachowski. Wachowski has Burns with him. He'll get it over to McCarthy. Julian McCarthy back down low for Burns, but he just couldn't connect on him. Stretch passes to Lindblom trying to split the D. As Tyler Baxter was there to do a good job to shield away that breakaway pass. Knights Meaford were offside. That's what all the yelling was about. Baxter a centering feed to Burns. William Daniel Burns trying to split the D before Lagasse can take it away and chip it off the boards to Lavallee. Aerial puck can be gloved down by Tanner Wado. Wado got a shot away and it hit in the mask of Balaj and his cage has come off. If the puck is shot hard enough and it hits into the goaltender's mask, just the amount of power that the shot can have can just snap all the buckles off the helmet. See that in the NHL quite a few times in another high-level leagues. Leagues where the guys can shoot the puck. Blatch seems to be all right. It's kind of took a beating here in this game. That puck off the mask, his helmet goes flying, then he gets ran into by Skripnik in the first period. Hasn't been easy on the Hungary native. Michael Salmona wheeled it up ahead to the captain, Alessandro Sapino. He splits the D. He's in on the backhander. And that's stopped by Balaz. Oh, and they can't believe it on the Knights of Meaford bench. Sapino looking to go 5-4, but Oliver Balaz was able to close the wickets in time. Do not allow that puck to get past the goal line. There remains a 2-goal lead for the Bradford Rattlers with 16:19 to go in the second period. Off the face-off from Alfred Mall went right on goal. And another face-off coming up to the left of Oliver Balaj. Offensive zone face-off for the Knights of Meaford. Sapino lining in for the face-off. Steven Levitsky will turn it around for Daniela Filipov, unable to whack it away, but it had enough power on it to reach Oliver Malm, so he'll send it into the opposite corner. Trofimov from the corner now. Weave over his options, will get it to Filipov. He lost it in his feet and now possession to the Knights. Stretch feed to Wado. Tanner Wado getting into the zone now for the Knights. Centering pass to the slot area, picked off by Trofimov. Now Levitsky starts out. Picked off again. Levitsky still trying to get the puck back, and two players collide, Levitsky and Lavallee. Kept alive by Wado. He'll flip it on ahead to Luciano Sapino. He made a centering feed. Alfred Malm with a good pick off there. Tanner Wado flying back in to get it over to the captain, Sapino. Got around Suda. Centering pass over to the blue line, kept in by Lagasse. He'll make a flutter pass on the backhand down low into the corner. Suda's able to pick it off for the Rattlers, however. He'll get over to Filipov, and that puck finally escapes the zone. Filipov left it to Levitsky, over to Trofimov. 3 Russians connecting on that puck there. Pavel Rozkov looking off the boards, an interception there, so Rozkov has to quickly knife that puck down the length of the ice, and an icing call on the Bradford Rattlers. "15 minutes to go here in this first period. Offensive zone face-off to be taken by Blaise Siebert of the Knights of Meaford. Coming in is Steven Levitsky to take it for the Bradford Rattlers. Never mind, it's Pavel Rozkov taking it for the Rattlers, and a face-off win by Pavel. Trofimov a touch pass, went to center, Adam Yasarek. Sent it right back to Rozkov's way. Ryan St. John back over to Trofimov. Trofimov can gain the zone for the Bradford Rattlers. Look at a sharp angle shot off the mask of Richardson. And he's able to pounce on that loose puck coming towards him. Now Richardson checking his mask to make sure no buckles have come undone. And it looks like one has. Take a little break to let the netminder Corey Richardson get his paraphernalia together. Shout out to the assistant coach of the Knights of Meaford. Didn't quite catch his name, but he helped me with the scratches for tonight's game with both teams. So big shout out to the coaching staff for the Knights of Meaford. Half-boards battle. The puck can finally be picked off by St. John on a whistle, and what have we here? We got a penalty. Thor Brighton, the Newmarket, Ontario native, has a goal here tonight, the first one for the Bradford Rattlers, and he will take the first penalty of tonight's contest. Power play coming up for the Knights of Meaford. A great chance to cut the lead within one, with this penalty coming with 14:26 time remaining in this second period. Face-off win by the Bradford Rattlers, and Tyler Baxter can get it away to center. That clearing attempt made me stumble my words. Knights of Meaford just looking for an entry. They get one here. Balaj sees that puck escape away from him. Luciano lost the handle on it, and so Declan Flanagan carries the puck from the blue line. Flanagan will go D to D to Yasarek. Yasarek centering feed. Sapino's shot stopped by Balaj. McCarthy on the face-off, short-handed. Puck possession to the Rattlers, short-handed. It's Sven Musi. Sven Musi tried to go between his legs, but a good stand-up there by Wado. Sapino over to Cooper Salter, trying to split the D. He got in free, but a nice read there by Levitsky. He's able to slap that puck down the length of the ice, and what Joe Todd used to tell me, Nick, that's just how you kill penalties, buddy. Skripnik picked the pocket of Tanner Wado. He brings the puck in shorthand into the corner. Centering feed for Levitsky, just missed. Knights of Meaford have numbers, breaking back the other way, however. It's Blaze Seabird coming in. Sharp angle bid, went wide. Declan Flanagan unable to keep the zone alive, and so skating back after it is Legacy. Through center into the Rattlers' end. Lagasse stops on a dime and punches it off the boards to the captain, Sapino. He's read there by Jakob Rodin. Breakaway shorthanded for Jakob Rodin. Stopped by Richardson. Rebound in front, and he just missed wide. Knights of Meaford have 10 seconds to go on the power play. Lagasse will start from his own end, as this will conclude the power play. Bradford Rattlers are 1-for-1 shorthanded here tonight. Filipov stood up his man, but here Lindblom's after it. Centering pass for Luciano Sapino. Back over to Lindblom. Back to Sapino down low, trying to find Lindblom once again, and now he's in a foot battle after it with Brighton, who was fresh out of the penalty box, serving that minor penalty. He has it now, Thor Brighton off the boards and out of the zone. That would be an icing call on the Bradford Rattlers with 12 minutes and 1 second to go in the second period. Good PK for the boys here tonight, but the Rattlers have iced it, and so they will get set for a defensive zone face-off here. Erickson and Post will take the face-off for their respective clubs. Face-off pulled back by the Rattlers, and so Filipov can get it over to Trofimov, who overskated. Daniela Filipov, 4 in green, the puck carrier, will drop it for Trofimov. Made one too many moves there before his pocket was picked there by Lavallee. Stretch feed trying to find Lindblom, knifed down by Erickson. Slap back to Getz, and so Yasarek has it. Yasarek back over to Piper Post. Trying to get by Pavel Rodskov, couldn't do so. Erickson, a return feed for Redkowski, just went too far behind him, and so icing is called on the Rattlers again. A little bit of a theme here, and it's an unfortunate theme by the Bradford Rattlers. That's a few times now in this period they have iced that puck when they had a clean breakout entry. And a few times back in the first period, I think there were 4 icings called against the Bradford Rattlers, so they got to be a little sharper breaking that puck out of their own end, and maybe try not to force a play that's not there. And how many years have I been saying this? Just don't force a play that's not there. Erickson took that stretch pass from Trofimov. He's able to elevate that puck into the zone, but it went astray from Richardson. This will allow play to continue. McCarthy picks off that puck, and he's hit by Crotier. McCarthy, the captain, will pin him against the boards. Witkowski now will pin up Biggs against the boards and try to get that puck free. And it gets to the blue line where Rotzkopf fluttered one on goal, and it just kicked on wide. A minute away from the halfway mark of the second period. Still a 3-1 lead for the Bradford Rattlers. McCarthy looking for Burns in front. McCarthy will punch it back to Ryan St. John from the blue line. He'll flutter his way towards the goal, just went up high. Rotzkopf tried to return it back towards Richardson, couldn't do so. A wraparound bid by Witkowski, looking for McCarthy, who scores! The captain, Julian McCarthy, picks up his second goal of the season, and it's a 4-1 lead for the Bradford Rattlers. McCarthy started this game on defense. Due to the injury to Sven Musi, who was out of tonight's contest, McCarthy has been bumped up to forward. And good move there by David Mooney to put him forward, because he's cashed in on the fourth Bradford Rattler goal here tonight. They have once again gotten back their 3-goal lead. Rattlers going to be looking for more. Castrignono brought that puck into the zone, but it fluttered away from him. Baxter in a foot race against Wado. Picked off there by Goetz. Got it to the side area. Sapino fanned on the shot. Thor Brighton's getting after it. Punch back in by Wado. Chip pass to Sapino. Back to Wado. Still holds on to it now. Centering pass back down low to Getz. Gets still with the puck. He tried to force a feed back down into the slot area before it got knifed away off of Sherbakov on goal to the netminder Oliver Balazs. .9:49 time to go in the second period. Offensive zone face-off win by the Knights of Meaford, and that shot by Tyr Lindblom can be gloved out of the air by Oliver Balazs. Native of Budapest, Hungary. Rattlers netminder tonight, and on the opposite end of the ice, Corey Richardson, native of Chilliwack, British Columbia. Rodin got a shot away, kicked out with a purpose by the netminder Richardson, up and out of play. Offensive zone face-off upcoming for the Bradford Rattlers. Again, the captain of the Bradford Rattlers, Julian McCarthy, the latest goal scorer. That got the Rattlers their fourth spot here tonight. Again, McCarthy playing forward here tonight due to the injury to Sven Musi. Not quite sure what happened to him. Tyr Lindblom got stood up there by Daniel Suda. Eriksson tried to rim it around. Good pickoff there by Rodin. Kind of overskated it, so Lavallee can pick it up to Yasarek. Alfred Momskate again has Eriksson beside him. He uses here Jesper Eriksson. Glove save made by Richardson, but it's loose. Tyr Lindblom on after it. He's punched away by Suda. Jesper Eriksson picks up that pass from Rodin, and he will turn it back over to Jakob there. Piper Post, good job to pick it off, and so Lavallee dodges a hit there by Suda before Filipov can whack after it. And possession still to the Bradford Rattlers. And they will have time here to look up on a breakout. Flip pass to center. Rodin lost the handle. Off a good forechecking effort made by Darcy Lowe. Good pick off there by Levitsky. He read that pass coming all the way to Blaze Siebert. Levitsky off the boards perfectly to Alfred Malm. Try to stutter step his way around Cooper Salter, unable to do so. Malm, a good pickoff, has Levitsky and Trofimov with him. Levitsky tried to get it back to Malm, and so Trofimov takes it. He skates backwards. That one tries to punch it to the near wing to Levitsky. Levitsky placed the bank off the boards to Rotzkopf. A little too off the handle. The puck was bobbling and still bobbling. Malm still able to get that puck to Trofimov, however. Trofimov, Steven Levitsky, back down low to Trofimov. He tried to get a shot away, and Richardson read him there. Corey Richardson still showing why he is one of the top netminders in the GMHL. Very, very good pickup by the Knights of Meaford here. They got Corey Richardson on their team. I'm sure any team would love to have a netminder like that. Ryan St. John, a stretch pass to Witkowski. McCarthy tried to shield it down. It's lost to Luciano Cepino. Tanner Waito trying to just shrug off Rodskov. Burns able to glove it to his stick. William Daniel Burns after it, a drop pass to Witkowski. He'll let one go and he just pulled it wide. Cepino had William Daniel Burns crashing in after him. Witkowski, nice chip pass off the boards to Burns. Burns, a centering feed, was intercepted. The Knights of Meaford. Cepino, the captain, will make a rink-wide pass to Getz. Pavel Rodskov was hounded there by players in white uniforms. McCarthy picked it off from this high slot area. He got it through to the neutral zone over to Burns. Little twat to handle from William Daniel Burns, but Witkowski picks it off from the blue line. Adam Witkowski, good pass to Burns. Burns might have a look here, goes to the cross seam to McCarthy, looking for Witkowski. Couldn't quite connect there. McCarthy sends Flanagan to the ice as Luciano Cepino, the captain, dodged a hip check there from McCarthy, but he still has it. Piper Post, 11 in white for the Knights of Meaford, has it behind the cage. Post, a wraparound bed right in front for LaValle, stopped by Balazs. Off the face-off win, it's Sergei Sherbakov. Got a pass over to Thor Brayton. It's picked off by LaValle. His shot handled off by Balazs. Picked off by Baxter. Puck comes out of the zone. Oh, it got kept in by Flanagan. Good hand-eye coordination there by the Ottawa, Ontario native. Lucas Waugh, he gets bowled over there by Post. Whistle sounds, and we have a hand pass call. Stoppage coming with 5 minutes and 45 seconds to go in this first period. Oliver Balazs, netminder, talking over some strategy with Sergei Sherbakov. Face-off win by the Knights of Meaford, but Flanagan has to see that puck come out of the zone. Name of the game tonight has been zone entries, and so far the Bradford Rattlers have been the better team out of the two. Declan Flanagan from the blue line. His hard shot knocked the goal stick out of the hands of Balazs and went wide. Lucas Waugh, stretch feed for Thor Brayton. Good knife away there by Flanagan. Flanagan, the puck carrier, makes a nice stretch pass over to Darcy Lowe, who was met by a hit there by Sherbakov, and they both go down. Quick whistle there back behind the plays. The netminder Balazs held onto that puck. Jesper Eriksson against Tanner Waito. On the face-off circle, it's won by the Rattlers, Eriksson. Filipov made that pass on the wraparound bid, and so Suda can kick it back to himself. Filipov tried an aerial pass, but it was foiled. The captain, Luciano Cepino, made a nice move. He got around in front, still with it now, trying to get it back to Waito, and they don't even get a shot away. Brodin back the other way, looking for Eriksson. Jakob Brodin takes it on the backhand. He curls his way back into the high slot before it's shielded away by Piper Post. Luciano Cepino, he's crunched off the puck by Suda. Jakob Brodin picking it up. A nice touch pass by Filipov, now to Eriksson. Jesper Eriksson back in for the Rattlers, who was punched off by Getz. Tanner Skripnik to the centering slot area as Trofimov is after it. He'll punch it to the blue line to Rodskov. He'll shield a pass, or pardon me, a shot rather. Maybe looking for a deflection on that shot was Rodskov. Skripnik carries the puck out the blue line. He gives it to Rodskov again. Georgi Trofimov back to Rodskov. A shot handled there by Richardson. Puck is still loose. Rodskov whacking away. Richardson has it, and he covers with 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go in this second period. Corey Richardson still doing his best to keep his team within reach here tonight. Rattlers led 3-0 in the first period. Knights of Meaford got one back to make it 3-1 before Julian McCarthy's latest goal has increased the Rattler lead back to 3, and we currently sit at 4-1 Rattlers. Face-off won by the Knights. Trofimov. Puck handler now, he'll get it over to Rodskov. Pavel Rodskov will let one go, and it's handled by Richardson. Our next broadcast will be next Sunday, live on YouTube and Rogers TV, the Bradford Bulls. Yeah, the Bradford Bulls. Yeah, they're in another division, I know, but we got a game against them. That is next Sunday, 7:30, YouTube and Rogers TV. And of course, yours truly will be there to call the game. Richardson will leave it for his man Michael Silmona. Stretch feed, icing, rule be waved off on the play. Ryan St. John after it for the Rattlers. Returned it to Pavel Rodskov. Rodskov a stretch feed for Georgi Trofimov. Trofimov trying to get by Darcy Lowe, he couldn't do so. Darcy Lowe, but he had his pocket picked by Trofimov. The good back-checking ability there by the Russian native. Knights still have possession of the puck, however. Lavallee to the blue line, Samolna. Touch feed to post. Piper post 11 and White got it towards the goal. It's loose for a brief moment. It just skips wide of the net of Balazs. Rodskov will punch it as far as center. Richardson out of its cage to make a play. Sends it to the opposite side, picked up by Blaze Siebert. Good redirect there by the captain McCarthy, so gets the possession of Steven Levitsky. Levitsky on a line with Burns and McCarthy. Both players head to the net area. Sherbakov at the blue line. He'll let a shot go looking for a redirection by McCarthy, but he has it now. McCarthy shielding the puck away from Bashan Lagasse, but McCarthy still has it. Centering feed, a backhand dish by Levitsky, and Richardson said no again. Corey Richardson, despite the score, has been lights out for his team here tonight. It could easily be, I don't know, 8-1, something like that. If it wasn't for Corey Richardson, he has been terrific. He's done his part here tonight. He can go home knowing that he had his man tonight. McCarthy and Witkowski are the two Rattler players giving battle back down low behind the cage. Waito and Biggs were on there for the Knights of Meaford. Waito made a pass, and the captain, Luciano Sapino, was hit there. Backhander dish by Sapino again. Baxter met him with a hit there. Puck regathered by William Daniel Burns. Adam Witkowski brings it in, but Burns was just offside. A minute 32 to go in the second period. 4 for the Rattlers, 1 for the Knights of Meaford. Waito and Eriksson have met a few times in this contest on the face-off, and they'll do battle here. I'd say in this contest, face-off has been kind of 50-50 for the respective teams, as that one is brought back in offside. Filipov arguing his case on why that shouldn't have been called offside, but how many times do we say, how many times do you win an argument against the ref? Where like he reverses the call and it goes, you know what, you're right, it's your call. Exactly, you can't do it because it has never happened. That puck took a funny carom, kind of catching Richardson off his guard. Sharp angle shot there by Eriksson, got the glass and it ran back around. And a chance here now for the Knights of Meaford on a 2-on-1. Cepino with his brother Luciano, a shot glove down by Balaj. Back the other way on the Rattlers, it's Eriksson leaving it over for Rodin. Jakob Rodin, a backhander went up high. Richardson got a piece of it. Skripnik into the corner, picked off Eriksson, back in front. He got that one-time shot away, but it went wide. Good job by Jakob Rodin to find Eriksson there. Skripnik turns and fires that one on goal, handled by Richardson. Puck finally comes out of the zone. Daniela Filipov brings it in, and the Rattlers are offside again. Stoppage coming with 34 seconds to go in the first period. Both teams will get a line change on. McCarthy will line up for the face-off against Piper Post of the Knights. Michael Salmona trying to get that puck out of the zone for the Knights of Meaford, and they do so here. Post is able just to shrug it out of the zone and whip it over to Lavalle's way. Legacy almost ran into his own man. McCarthy trying to punch it back for Rhodeskov. William Daniel Burns, a nice play for Witkowski. He has 5 seconds to work with here. He'll just get a shot on goal to test Richardson, and a big rebound in front, and that will end the second period. After 40 minutes of play, 4 for the Rattlers, 1 for the Knights of Meaford, and we're back for the third period after this intermission. Third period set to get underway here from the BWG here in Bradford. Bradford Rattlers will start this period possessing a 4-1 lead as you hear JR, public address announcer here for the Bradford Rattlers, getting the fans in the crowd and all the players fired up all at the same time. As only JR can do, Jordan Richardson. Julian McCarthy, the captain of the Rattlers, lines it on the face-off for the Rattlers. Wado accompanied him on the opposite team for the Knights of Meaford. William Daniel Burns getting his way into the zone for the Rattlers, and the period will start off with the backhander that will be gloved down by Richardson. And Corey Richardson, netminder for the Knights of Meaford, formerly a member of the West Nipissing Lynx. And in years past, he has given the Bradford Rattlers quite a hard time in games in the past, including the few times they have met in the playoffs. Again, NHL comparable, I gotta say Jonathan Quick, the way he covers the low part of the net. Again, not the biggest goalie, much like Quick, not the biggest goalie in the league, but the way he moves, he might as well be the biggest goalie. McCarthy, a reverse set, sending Legacy to the ground. Or to the ice, rather. Daniel Sudas able to get it off the boards and out of the zone as far as center before it's shielded down by Legacy. Stretch pass to the lone goal scorer of the Knights of Meaford, Cooper Salter. See Burns off the bank pass, Filipov's away. Daniela Filipov will leave it for Burns. Good defensive stick made by Adam Yasarek and a glove save made by Richardson. He'll hold on with a faceoff coming to the right of him. My apologies, faceoff coming to the left of Corey Richardson, the native of Chilliwack, British Columbia. Blaise Siebert for the Knights, Jesper Eriksson for the Rattlers. Faceoff won by the Knights of Meaford, puck possession to Adam Yasarek. Stretch feed the opposite way, found his man Darcy Lowe. Lowe's pass through center, knife done by Rodskov, a good stretch pass coming by Skripnik. Jakob Rodin left it for Eriksson. His shot had to be shielded away with the blocker by Richardson. Skripnik going back down low. Rodin and Yasarek collide and go down. Rodin back after the puck. He tried to get it to Eriksson, but the netminder Richardson out of the cage to take it away with his glove. Offensive zone faceoff for the Rattlers, the defensive win by the Knights. LaValle stretch feed looking for Tier Lindblom, couldn't connect. Sergei Sherbakov, a backhand dish to Tyler Baxter. Try to get it to Thor Brighton, the goal scorer here tonight. It's picked off by Castellano. Still with it now to the blue line, he'll get it to Baxter. Tyler Baxter testing the netminder Richardson, but he's able to see it all the way through. A glove save made by Corey. Very routine save for the Chilliwack, BC native. Shots like that where Richardson can see the puck coming all the way through from the shooter, 10 out of 10 times he will stop that. Chance here now for the Knights. Tanner Wado on a breakaway. He just snapped it wide, but it may be a penalty coming up, and it looks like there will be. Slashing the call on Sergei Sherbakov, but sometimes in hockey there are such things as a good penalty to take. In this instance, this would be one of those times where this is a good penalty to take. You also can make the argument that could have been a penalty shot as well. It's a power play nonetheless for the Knights of Meaford, their second of tonight's contest. They are 0 for 1, which means shorthanded, is that even a word? Shorthanded, the Rattlers have been perfect, even though they've only been out there once. I get paid to talk, and at this point I'm just making up words now. Back to the action, all right? Declan Flanagan goes down low. He's met there by Daniela Filipov. Puck took a hop off the stanchion and stays into the zone. Good keep in there by Yaseric. All before Suda can send that back down the length of the ice. 1:20 to go of power play time. You're looking at Adam Yaseric, puck handler there, 66 in white. Native of Kolin, Czech Republic. Not much happening so far on this first half of the power play for the Knights of Meaford. Declan Flanagan got by Levitsky. Stretch feed, it's Tanner Wado. He tried to test Balaj, but he just peeled it wide. Levitsky doing some good work shorthandedly. I said it again. Pavel Rodskov back in for the Rattlers, still shorthanded. He's met there with a check by the captain of the Knights, Sapino. Cooper Salter takes that pass, he elevated it back over to Wado. Salter back over to Tanner Wado, the Ottawa, Ontario native. Leaves it ahead for Sapino. Rink-wide pass looking for Flanagan, it's in his skates. Legacy able to keep the puck into the Rattlers' end before Baxter hit his own man on the clearing attempt, and the puck never got out before Rodskov can get it as far as center. 15:50 to go in the period, 5 seconds to go on the power play to the Knights of Meaford, and it looks like the Rattlers will be perfect 2 for 2, but look at Legacy going right towards the goal. Balaj said no, the puck was loose. Rodskov couldn't clear the zone, however. Legacy from the blue line, he got away from Alfred Mom, a centering pass broken up by Skripnik. It's loose in the high slot before it's slotted away down as far as center, then it's regathered by Sulmona. Alfred Mom picking off all sorts of passes right now. Legacy set a pick, but Alfred Mom not allowing to get by him. Good defensive read made by Ryan St. John. He got it over into the blue line and he just dumps in. Mavalli, good stretch pass. It's Tyr Lindblom. He'll test Balaj and he'll glove and hold on to it. My apologies on getting the Sapinos mixed up. I know that Alessandro, number 15 Sapino, is the captain. Sometimes you get him mixed up with Luciano Sapino, both from Etobicoke. I'm going to assume they're brothers. Darcy Lowe, a backhand dish to Piper Post. Noah Calvert gets in on after it. He lost the handle on it. Picked up there by the Rattlers. Just trying to bring that puck into the corner and doing a good job there. It's Chris Castoriano. Centering feed looking for Lucas Waugh. It's still loose for a brief moment. Piper Post able to get that puck away to Darcy Lowe, the Georgetown, Ontario native. Hits center, dumps in, and giving chase are the Knights. Oliver Balaj staying square to the puck the entire way. And the few times that I have played goalie, the one thing that goalies always try to tell me is no matter where the puck is, or say if you're playing ball hockey, wherever the puck or ball is on the playing surface, the middle of your blade of the stick has to be centered to the puck at all times, so that's how you know you are in good position. Stretch pass, it's Skripnik. Tanner Skripnik from the backhand, he'll go behind the netminder Richardson. Skripnik over to Tyler Baxter. He'll feed it to Skripnik. A curl and drag and a shot gloved down by Richardson. Skripnik trying to go low, and once again, to no surprise to anyone, I'm sure, Corey Richardson denying the lower part of the net. Legacy peels it off the boards. Good keep in there by Sherbakov. Sergei Sherbakov back on low to Skripnik, looking for Rodin. Couldn't connect him here. And so Tanner Wado starts back over. Tried to spring his man Lindblom, but he couldn't do so. Jesper Eriksson back to his defenseman Tyler Baxter. Baxter will go D-to-D to Sergei Sherbakov. Centering pass into the high slot area, still in the Rattler zone, and peering away is Eriksson. Eriksson over to Jakob Rodin. Might have a step here. It's Rodin centering pass. Skripnik just shot it wide. Loose puck as Eriksson whacked it towards the goal. Richardson, good lateral movement quickly to deny that puck. Alfred Malm and Piper Post meet on the faceoff. Clean win by Post of the Knights. Legacy pinned up against the boards there by Malm. Tyr Lindblom, 67 and white, a stretch pass, and puck goes in through the Rattler bench. Faceoff coming up with 12 minutes and 29 seconds to go in this final frame of regulation time. 4 for the Rattlers, 1 for the Knights of Meaford. LaValle kind of jumped the gun on the faceoff, so they'll do it over. Which means Post will get waved out of the faceoff dot, and Tyr Lindblom will take it for the Knights. Clean win for the Rattlers, they have possession. Levitsky, a hard snap pass to Oliver and Malm. He might have a chance here. Malm right back for Trofimov, but it just kind of overskated it. Trofimov being harassed by LaValle. To the blue line, Roseskov. Back to Trofimov. He'll saucer back to Roseskov. A shot, big rebound, but no one was there to get it for the Rattlers. Trofimov sent it to the opposite way. Adam Yasarek after it. Good centering pass, looking for Alfred Malm, but the puck was bobbling on him. Noah Calvert gets up into center, and it's slapped back in by Ryan St. John into the glove of Richardson, and so he swats it back into the corner. Tyr Lindblom pushed off the puck by Alfred Malm. Levitsky turning away, he'll spring Alfred Malm, who gets tripped up, but no call. Tyr Lindblom with a good burst of speed. He has Roseskov watching his every move as he got a shot on goal to Balazs, and a save made by the Rattlers netminder. Julian McCarthy to take the face-off for the Rattlers. The captain just pinning up his men, Blaze Siebert. Darcy Lowe whipped it to the opposite way. Adam Witkowski first after it for the Rattlers. He and Suda in a 2-on-2 half-boards battle. Each player has a man. McCarthy coming in to be the fifth man in. Witkowski and Siebert doing all sorts of battles along the half-boards. Puck finally comes up to center as McCarthy lays into his man. McCarthy takes it. Julian McCarthy, his shot was ill-advised by Declan Flanagan as he got a stick in the shooting lane, and so the puck goes up and out of play for a face-off, staying inside the defensive end for the Knights of Meaford. Approaching the halfway mark of this third period, 10:40 time remaining, and again it is still 4-1 for the Bradford Rattlers. Aerial lift to center, knocked down by Wado. Right to Tyler Baxter, a stretch feed looking for Skripnik, icing is waved off. Wado with chip pass, couldn't get by Jesper Eriksson. Eriksson leave it for Skripnik, tried to work it back over for Rodin, couldn't do so. Luciano Sapino, stretch pass, looking for Tanner Wado. Couldn't quite connect him here. The Knights are offside, that's why the referee has his arm up in the air. The linesman, I should say. Sergei Sherbakov, the defenseman, working back down low. He circles the cage and made a centering pass. Baxter pinching up to keep the play alive. Rodin in a battle with Legacy. Legacy's able to work it to the near wing. It's picked off by Alessandro Sapino. Broken up there. Skripnik teed one up, and a shot was knifed down by the netminder Richardson. Again, taking away that lower part of the net is Richardson. As Skripnik let everything add into that shot. Castrignono off the face-off, but it's won there by Lavallee. Lavallee tried to punch it on free, but it was picked off by St. John, but it gets to the corner where Piper Post can make a play. Pavel Rodskov will get over to Lucas Waugh. Incoming to help is Lavallee. Waugh's able to get that puck not as far as he wanted it to go, but he did get it into the defensive end. That had the Rattlers enough time to get set defensively. It's never a bad play. If you don't have anything to do, just get the puck in the zone, chasing after it, or just get a change. There's nothing wrong with just getting the puck deep. How many times you hear a player do an interview and they always say, yeah, but they got to get pucks deep. Yep, pucks deep this. It's like the old cliche thing to say, and then it works. It's not a bad thing to do. Sometimes all you need to do is just get pucks in deep. I said in the second period, the name of this game has been zone entries, and the Rattlers have been a lot better than their opponents here tonight in that category. That second time, Trofimov didn't like what he saw, so he peeled on back. Got it through his defense partner, and he peels it on again. Daniela Filipov left it for Trofimov. His shot snatched down by Richardson. Makes it look easy, doesn't he? And these are not soft shots coming at the netminders, folks. These are missiles coming at them. One thing the Knights of Meaford have been doing very well here tonight is support off the face-off. Anytime there's a tie-up on the face-off, there's always a second forward right in the face-off to get that puck away from the battle in front. That's one thing the Knights of Meaford might have on the Rattlers here tonight is their face-off wins. Oliver Malm the steal, centering pass, Trofimov, nice pass, Filipov scores! Daniela Filipov, 5-1 Rattlers. And that just might be the hammer that ends this hope for the Knights of Meaford here tonight. 7:30 to go in this third period, a 4-goal lead for the Bradford Rattlers. And it's Daniela Filipov making it 5-1 for the Bradford Rattlers. Trofimov and Malm, the guys getting the assist on the Filipov goal. Julian McCarthy to take the face-off. It's won back by the Knights. Aerial lift to center, icing will be waved off due to Balazs being able to play it. Again, next Sunday, The Bradford Bulls will be in town here tonight. Oh my, as you see Rodin get hit right up high. And Rodin is slow to get up. Seems to be okay, and he's going to go right back after Blaze Siebert, I believe the one who laid the hit on Rodin. From our vantage point up here, it looked high. As Jesper Eriksson, oh, that's a nice toe drag on the backhand, but Richardson said no. Tanner Skripnik back after it for the Rattlers. He'll bank it off the boards to Rodskov. Will fake the shot and give it back over to Skripnik. It goes over to Eriksson's corner. He's punched up by Yaseric. Eriksson gets taken down to no call coming. Rattlers also got to watch themselves too. They could be barking out the referees and get an unsportsmanlike conduct. Skripnik lost an edge upon entry. I was going to say next week, next Sunday, the next Bradford Rattlers home game will be against the Bradford Bulls, live on YouTube and Rogers TV. As you see Eriksson, he's got to take a look behind him before he makes that pass. Piper Post picking it up now for the Knights, getting by Rodskov, but he just kind of ran out of real estate as a second follow-up effort was made there. Pardon me, that was Jonathan Henrippen. Bradford Rattlers only have 3 home games in the month of February. The 5th against Temiskaming, the 12th against Ville Marie, and the 19th against Bancroft, and then it's the playoffs. Russell Cup playoffs are always the best time to watch GMHL hockey. It's a different feel once the playoffs kind of roll around. The players are more into it, the games are more tighter, the checking picks up more. Bradford Rattlers, I think it's kind of a lock-in that they are making the playoffs, as they currently have the league's best record. 1 regulation loss for the Bradford Rattlers so far. 1. Daniel Suda, nice reverse hit on the captain of the Knights, Alessandro Sapino. Castrignono breaking his way into the zone for the Rattlers. I gotta apologize to him. I have butchered his last name so many times this game. Lucas Waugh can make that return pass. Knights still have it in the Rattlers, and a stuffing attempt there just went wide. And an injured player for the Knights and Meaford back behind the play. Netminder Oliver Balaj was quick to signal for some help. Fortunately, Alessandro Sapino doesn't need it, as he is able to get up under his own power. The visor got knocked off his helmet. I've seen people lose neck guards, mouth guards, gloves, all that stuff. Never seen someone lose their visor. That's a first. Seen them lose their helmet, yeah. The visor? That's weird. Tyler Baxter in the penalty box for the Bradford Rattlers. The Knights of Meaford get their 3rd power play of tonight's contest. They are 0 for 2, which means the Rattlers have been perfect shorthanded. Shovel effort made by Sherbakov, and the puck comes out of the zone. Touched up by Rodin, puck goes up and out of play at center. Tierra Lindblom takes a look, tried to make a play, but Eriksson was at the right place at the right time in the passing lane. And he picks up that puck, and he comes back down low looking for a chance here to create some offense. Eriksson saw nothing, so that's a smart play by him, shorthanded, to just sauce it back to his defenseman, Daniela Filipov, who's going to take his sweet time to get that puck down the length of the ice. And first after it is Steven Levitsky. Luckily, Levitsky wears a full cage, or else he would have got a blade right in his teeth. Face-off will be coming to the left of the netminder Corey Richardson, Julian McCarthy. They take the offensive zone face-off, a pair of captains lining up on the face-off, and that's a few times in tonight's contest where the defensive team has won the face-off, and that went right to the netminder. Two captains talking it over at center again. Again, Rattlers still shorthanded for another 45 seconds, or pardon me, 45 seconds. The captain, Alessandro Cepino, tried to knife his way in front of a maze of Rattler players, but Filipov, and he's got to do a better job of getting that puck out of the zone. Good passing, cycling going on by the Knights of Meaford. That shot up high by Flanagan went wide. Lagasse from the blue line, seen all the way through by Balazs, and he can glove that puck down. Tyler Baxter getting ready to step out of the penalty box. Another successful kill by the Rattlers. We are back to 5-on-5 with 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go in this third period. A long stretch pass. Ice will be waved off due to Richardson being able to cover up that puck and elect to get a face-off to be coming up to the right of him. Rattlers' next home opponents tonight here, the Knights of Meaford. It'll go as the Bradford Bulls, Temiskaming Titans, Ville Marie Pirates, and they will conclude this regular season with a game against the Bancroft Rockhounds. Then it's the Russell Cup playoffs. Battle up high, Burns was in quite the scuffle with Cameron Besco. Declan Flanagan tried to chip pass it to himself, and he has done so successfully as he's the first Knight player after the puck into the corner. Alfred Baum, tricky play made by him, looking for Burns on the near wing. Unable to find him there. In this third period, the Knights of Meaford have been doing a fairly decent job at winning faceoffs, and I mentioned kind of earlier in this period the way they kind of set up a strategy with faceoff. As soon as there's a tie-up at the faceoff dot, there's always a second forward coming right in instantly to come and offer some reassurance and some support. We all need support sometimes. Castrignono with the puck back down low for the Rattlers. It comes right to the possession of Tier Lindblom. How much time's left in the period, JR? Thank you. Netminder Corey Richardson will cover that puck up with 57 seconds to go in this third period, and it's looking to be another well-deserved, well-fought win for the Bradford Rattlers here tonight, improving to 31 wins on the regular season, 31 regular season wins. Regulation wins in the regular season. Tanner Skripnik, high slot shot kicked out by Richardson. McCarthy got knocked down, but play will continue. Cameron Besko, 77. And White can get stood up there by Skripnik. McCarthy bowls over into his men, plays Siebert right in front of the bench. As Cameron Besko will step in and have a few choice words for the captain. So 17 seconds to go in this third period. Knights of Meaford will get their fourth power play opportunity of tonight's contest, and it may be too little too late. 17 seconds, all that's left in tonight's contest. Another dominant, I wouldn't say dominant, Knights of Meaford definitely held up their own here tonight. Gonna keep in there by Besko at the blue line. He'll walk into one big rebound, deflected on goal, just went on wide. Bukowski puts his men into the boards. Puck comes to the line, and it does finally come out as the horn sounds to end this contest. Bradford Rattlers victorious again. They come out onto the ice to congratulate their netminder, Oliver Malage. Just a well-deserved win by the boys all around. Everyone had their man. Everyone had a part of tonight's win. And so the Bradford Rattlers will head off, and so will we. So for Nick Stella and the Bradford Rattlers organization, we bid you all a good hockey night.